I don't know if she's mentioned that.
Well,
Oh, we're live. Okay, shit.
yes, sir.
You know what? I think I'm gonna have to put somebody in the crate. You're gonna have to get in the crate. You can say hi to the people first, since we're already live. But then, this is for those who don't know. It's Sunny.
Yeah, bring the dog on. That's more ratings.
Oh well, shit. We should have brought you on a long time ago. But we up to 800 now. Thank y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Get to that in a second. He could have been a mascot. VGW.
Yeah. All right, but nah.
All
Yeah.
right, y'all. Welcome in.
All right, buddy.
Uh,
Let's get to the crate.
after weekend that I was a little busy, so we're getting to the Backlash post show here late here. But this is the Third Generation West podcast. This is 3GW. I am the real Big E. He is Robbie Ambassador. How's it going, man? How was your weekend?
Weekend was a little busier than I liked. We had some graduation parties. It was Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And hopefully you all did something nice for your mothers. We love them. We appreciate them. Hopefully you all let your mothers know that. So yeah, just some things to do. I like my weekends a little more quiet. But the good thing about it is I was able to put some time away and watch Backlash live. So
Yeah,
that was good.
yeah. Yeah, I was at a friend's house. She invited me and the kids over, and I didn't even put two and two together that it was the same weekend as Backlash. So, kind of kicked off the summer just a little bit. She had like a water slide going, and
Oh, cool, cool.
did some kind of we did sparklers. Um, then she had a fire pit when we made s'mores, so it was fun. The kids had a
Oh,
great
good.
time. Of course, there was a lot of
Oh,
beverages
oh
as
well,
well for the
hey,
adults.
hey, Saturday it's a weekend. I did the same thing for Backlash. Got nice and toasted,
Yeah, yeah. So
responsibly, of course.
that's why today it's water.
Oh well, no, I'm sipping on a little beer right now. Normally, go Hawks. Normally, I would take. I try not to drink during the week, man. I really try not to, but sometimes raw. I figure raw's on a little nip of something don't hurt.
Yeah, man. I might have something later, but I need to hydrate a little bit first. That's all
Oh,
I'm saying.
yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
So, interesting backlash. Um, going into this now, normally after WrestleMania, the backlash card I'm always mimics WrestleMania a bit. A lot of rematches, just hence the name Backlash. Not so much this time. Maybe similar. I think the only match that comes close maybe is the Fatal Four Way. Um,
Yeah,
just because
you could
the
say
two of
that.
the same people in that match. But outside of that, these are all kind of brand new matches. Oh well, no, Penta and Dom they were in a match together too. So yeah, there's a little bit, but no Roman, no Seth, no Cody. You know, it's different. You know, um, but we still have five matches. Um, and oh, no Jay either, no Jay, so no champ. Yeah, so um, still. St. Louis, it was only proper that you put Randy Orton in the main event in St. Louis against John Cena, the champ. Made sense. Made a whole lot of sense. But we'll get to that here in a little bit. Uh, this night kicked off the way it should have. She's gonna start hot with the Fatal Four Way for United States Championship. Drew McIntyre versus LA Knight versus Damian Priest versus Jacob Fatu. Love his entrance, by the way, with the fire. That's pretty cool. Very, very, very fast-paced match. I mean, and these are all big guys, and nobody in here is small. Uh, and moving the way they do, everybody talks about Damian Priest. He probably, well, I don't know who's taller between him and Drew, but both are really big, and they both move almost like cruiserweights. Um, it was interesting because Jacob didn't really get a whole lot of offense in the beginning of the match. He was kind of like left lane for a little while, but he got his. He got his in, and man, they got busy. They got busy. Um, oh, I forgot the guy's name. Because toward the end of the match, um, Jacob was laying on the table, and Solo Sikoa comes out and pulls him off the table, and then we get introduced to was it
Jeff
Cobb?
Cobb. Jeff Cobb.
Jeff Cobb, yeah, another member of the Blood. It goes far, and they help. They pretty much help uh Jacob win the match. Jacob but looks delusional like, who is this guy? And why are you out here helping me? So they played that well with the facials, pretty much telling the crowd like, yeah, they did that, but Jacob didn't know anything about it. Obviously, he was laid out, and then he goes in, does the moonsault on LA Knight, picks up the win, retains the championship. Um, uh, Fast paced, hell of a match. I gave it superb. I thought it was great. Um, and great storytelling, great facials at the end with Solo, Jacob, and Jeff Cobb. I mean, I don't know what Solo's trying to do. He's gonna make his own little faction, and he's gonna try to recruit Jacob. But I don't think Jacob's gonna be a heel anymore. I think he's going to the babyface side. You know what I'm saying? So yes, superb for me. I thought this was great.
Man, I'm with you. Great way to start. I go superb as well. Like you said, man, four big guys. I think LA Knight is the smallest, and he comes in at 240. But these guys put on a show. They did, all of these guys did moves that you'd expect from smaller guys. And then Drew and Damian took it outside the ring, and we saw that big spot where,
Yeah, I
uh,
forgot about the say the South of Heaven to the tables. Yeah,
yeah, Damian Priest did the South of Heaven. Man, that it looked bad at first. I thought that maybe McIntyre might have hit his head on the concrete, but I don't think he did. I think I heard everything was fine with those two. But obviously, they have unfinished business. We're going to see them two go at it again, and maybe you'll get the match you want. Maybe another one with the stipulation. But man, I love this match. And then Jeff Cobb, who the inside man for me was from New Japan. I'm not familiar with Jeff Cobb, but man, he looks like a big bad dude, and
he was
another
in
addition to the
AEW for a
bloodline.
short period of time.
What's that?
He was in AEW for a short period of time. I do remember him from there. I just couldn't think
Oh,
of his
okay.
name just now. But yeah, I remember he was in A. They didn't use him, you know.
Oh,
He
oh,
did one of those
okay.
things like tonight or Saturday night came out, had a little run, but that was it.
Okay, well, they're lost, man. Hopefully, WWE does better by him. I trust that they will. But yeah, man, I'm with you. Superb on this one. And I'm glad Jacob won. I'm curious. I like the storyline they're doing because I have a feeling Jacob is going to go face. I think he's going to break away from the from Solo's bloodline, and I like it because that'll keep both him and Solo relevant. I was worried that Solo was kind of starting to lose his way, and they really didn't have a place for him. But with the addition of Jeff Cobb, and I'm assuming Tama Tonga will be coming back at some point, Solo is still very much in the picture. Like you said, possibly starting his own bloodline. But the match itself, superb.
Yeah, I had a good time with that one. I think a lot of people did. Master Ganja in the
Master
chat.
Ganja, my favorite. That is my favorite name.
What's going on, man? All righty.
It's been a while.
It has. It has, man. But well, it's been a while for us too. I've been busy. But
You're
we will
right. You're
get
right.
back to some preacher stuff here, and we've got, we've been a little behind on Joe Schmo. He's been working. We haven't. But okay. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, after that, it was the women's match, correct?
Yes, I believe that it was.
So for the women's Intercontinental Championship, Becky Lynch takes on Lyra Valkyria, who I've been vocal about. I'm just not quite sold on just yet, you know. But I will say this: I like how this match started. I like that they kind of went back more to her arsenal. I guess gave her some new submission moves. That was pretty cool. The way she was swinging Becky, I thought that was nice. But and I do think the women did a good job in this match. However, my issue with this match is not even them. My issue with this match is it felt overbooked, if that makes sense. Um, Especially that ending. Um, it's just the roll up to go from roll to roll up, and then she beats, Becky, and I think she took how many manhandle slams, and then for a roll up win, okay. And yeah, I get it, the frustration from Becky, cool. I don't know, it just felt just a little forced, and then she's locking in the to disarm her, and I don't know, man. I don't. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I wasn't. I just wasn't convinced. Maybe that's it. I wasn't convinced. But I will say, I was more impressed with Lyra Valkyria this time out. Uh, so I would say this is probably a match that you could put at the end of Raw or SmackDown and be a decent main event. So I'll go TV quality.
Hmm. I'll go pay-per-view worthy because look, I think I understand what you're saying, and I thought the match went on a little long. You use the term overbooked, and I hadn't thought about that, but that's I think maybe an accurate description. Maybe they tried too hard, but I did think these ladies put in good work. They're both good in the ring. I'm like you. When Lyra was crowned, I thought maybe it was too soon. I understand trying to elevate younger talent, but I just didn't think she was there with the crowd. So maybe this is a way of getting her in a feud with Becky, trying to elevate her. Now, as far as her performance, I do feel like it elevate her. The problem is Becky is still very much a face in some people's eyes. She's not a complete villain at this point. So if they think that, I don't know if that's going to help Lyra when a lot of people are still rooting for Becky. But look, this was a big win for Lyra, a clean win over one of the greatest women to do it in recent memory. So we'll see if that helps to get the crowd behind her. But I enjoyed the match. I just thought a little bit too long, but I'm gonna go pay-per-view worthy. I liked it a little bit better than you did.
Okay. No problem. No problem. Um, oh man, now there's a lot to unpack with this one too. Um, the men's Intercontinental Champion. You ask him, I'm already the greatest. I'm already the GOAT. Penta taking on Dirty Dominic Mysterio. I gotta say, this young man has gone from being booed out the building, not being able to speak on the microphone, to getting the Roman Reigns Cody Rhodes treatment.
Yeah, Dirty
Dirty,
Dom,
yeah,
Dirty
Dirty
Dirty Dom.
Dom. What?
Who saw that coming?
Yeah, no, not me. Not that soon. Oh, Joshua Cole, what's up, man?
Oh, what's
Um,
up, Joshua? One of our favorites, man. We love
and
Joshua.
everybody
He's
else in the
very
chat,
active in the chats. Yeah, we love you, Joshua. Appreciate you.
sure. Okay. Uh, I mean, these two are doing good work on their own. I mean, Dominic really, and Michael Cole even said it. He just is gotten better and better inside the ring. He's more comfortable, obviously, and then working with somebody who probably behind the scenes is a mentor. Um, Great work, great work. Obviously, he still involves the Judgment Day. Judgment Day still coming out. JD McDonough. Oh, I think Carlito was first. They just make Carlito a damn buffoon. Like,
Man, I mean,
uh,
he's hardly ever in a match. He just kind of comes out and makes an ass of himself, takes brutal spears from Breaker and stuff. I don't know, man.
paycheck. I'm on
You know
TV
what?
and I'm getting
You're right.
paid.
You're right. I'm sure he's getting paid much more than I am. So who am I to talk?
uh, but the interesting thing is, so Dominic had Penta on the outside, and Finn Balor comes out, and it looked like he's about to line him up for something, like maybe a kick or whatever. And he goes, "Hold on," and then he goes to get steel chair, and he's just taking his time, winding this thing up, and by the time even Michael Cole was like, "What are you doing?" And he didn't even cheer for the heels. He was like, "What take you so long?" So clearly that was that's Finn being a hater, you know,
Hmm.
slow burn here we get to Finn Balor versus Dominic, obviously. But then it was your boy El Grande Americano coming
Yeah.
out with that loaded match. What the hell he got to do any of this? I don't
He ain't
know.
your boy too?
Well, yeah, 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 of course,
Yeah.
the legend. He comes out and he headbutts Penta, and that leads to Dominic getting the win here. Um, I just like this. Grande Americano jumps down and stayed in the pose the entire time. Uh, doing some great work. Doing some great work. He is. But for me, this was absolutely pay-per-view worthy. This was fun. This was to me the second best match on the card. I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, me too. Me too. I'm happy for Dom, and I'm glad to see Penta just getting over so quickly. So when they booked these two, I'm like, yeah, Mania, and then here, I'm like, I can watch these guys wrestle.
Hmm.
So like you said, a very slow burn with what they're doing with Finn. I think we're going to see. It's weird because I think Finn is going to be turning face, but I mean, Dominic is getting face treatment. So I'm not sure that works. I'm curious to see how that plays out, actually. We'll just have to see. I mean, I have a feeling Dom might be the favorite in those matches when they eventually happen. Be
Yeah,
interesting.
the fan
But
favorite for sure.
yeah, but the match pay per view worthy for me too. Firm one.
Oh yeah. All right, now I really got to know, man. I'm only throwing to you because I just don't know. Um, because we both have seen Pat McAfee wrestle in NXT, but we gotta remember who his dance partners were. So not that Gunther's bad. It's just I don't know. I put WrestleMania 38 out of my head because that was a shit show. That's why I say NXT Pat McAfee because those matches with Adam Cole were spectacular. Um, but yeah, so Gunther versus Pat McAfee. Um, it's to me doing a play-by-play with this match specifically is a little tough. But obviously Michael Cole was so passionate about it. I actually did like the fact that he got so involved with it, which I didn't expect to like that. I thought that actually was a nice touch. But what did you think, grade wise, and of how they put this whole thing together?
Well, look, you got to be true to these characters. Now, I know that Pat McAfee has put on some great matches. We saw what he did with Adam Cole. That's the one that really stands out to me. So I know he's athletic and he can wrestle, but Gunther is just one of the biggest, baddest dudes in wrestling now. No way did I think that Pat McAfee would get over, and he didn't. I thought that was right. I wasn't sure these guys would have the best chemistry because of Gunther's style. It's a very physical, that European strong style. It's a
Hmm.
little different than anything that McAfee has worked with in the ring before. So I think that showed. I really think this match was just more about the story. I don't think it was really put together thinking that this would be a classic, and it definitely was not. Did I enjoy it? Mm, not so much from a wrestling standpoint, but the story, I guess, was what the story was better than the wrestling. I'll say that. I like it that they stayed true to Gunther's character. He won. He won in convincing fashion, but McAfee did have his moment, so he didn't look like he was just completely outclassed. It wasn't really that entertaining to watch. I agree with you. I thought Michael Cole said from the beginning, "I am going to be biased. I can't be," but that's believable. And with the story they're
Good.
telling, all of that was believable. When he got up to the ring, he even held, I think, Gunther's leg one time when McAfee was trying to pin him.
Yep.
I almost thought McAfee was going to win, but he didn't. Eventually, Gunther puts him to sleep, and that's the way the match should end. Then Gunther appeared to actually show his respects to both McAfee and Michael Cole. I thought the ending was a good way to end it. So I'm going to go pay per view worthy. I'm probably being a little kind doing that, but with I think the most important thing about this match was the story, and I thought the way it played out was good enough to give it that grade.
While I agree with you that this was definitely more story and oriented, and the passion of Michael Cole made this better and made it more entertaining and easier to watch. I did not like this match. I did not. The styles did not gel. Gunther needs somebody big and physical that can go toe to toe with him and chop and, you know, take the chops and give him out as well, or be innovative like they did at WrestleMania with Jay. That Jay put out a bunch of moves. He powerbombed Gunther. Like you need somebody that's gonna do something shocking. Like who would have thought that Jay could pick up Gunther and do a powerbomb clean too? Like Pat's not doing any of that, and he didn't really do any like high fly stuff either, like he used to do. So I don't know if it's just because he hasn't done it in a while, or they just told him to tone it down because they don't want him getting hurt. Because if he gets hurt, he can't commentate for WWE or ESPN. So Um, that being said, I still feel like I'm going to be kind and give this middle of the road.
Oh,
Okay.
you think you're being kind? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes.
Damn.
'Cause, I mean, the match itself, I mean, put the match on mute and you'll be like, what the fuck is going on? Okay.
I can see that. I can see that.
So that's kind of why I landed there. Um, and like I said, the Michael Cole stuff saved this for being some bullshit. Okay. Straight
I was
up.
gonna say, man, I mean, you ain't the biggest Michael Cole fan. To say he
And
was the
I'm
best part
not.
of the match, wow.
Yeah, I'm not. But it just goes back to what you said. The story, everything made sense, for him to, and then crowd chanting for Michael Cole. I mean, it was all there. But if we're just grading the match, like, mm-mm, mm-mm. Still, like I said, not the worst thing in the world. Like I said, just Miller Road for me. So, all right, getting down to it. Main event. The thing will work. Oh, for the what 23rd time or some shit they said. The 24th time they're gonna face off for
And the final time.
in the final time. Yeah. For the undisputed WWE Championship. Randy Orton taking on John Cena in his hometown of St. Louis. Um, St. Louis, y'all did okay with the song. I expected more. Okay.
That's
They,
your hometown
they did
hero.
okay. They didn't wow me though. Like
Mm,
mm,
you know, man, France set a high bar.
they did. They did. But I still get cool points for singing along anyway. But I'll be honest with you. I was at some bullshit for most of this match. Because it was just run of the mill, and it was like Randy dragging a bag of sand on this arm and dragging another one on this arm. Shit. And then the producer, I don't know who produced this match as far as camera angles, but the camera angles were terrible. They close up on John Cena as he's calling the spot for Randy's head. I
That's
don't know
been a
if you saw
thing with
that.
Cena over the years, man.
It was glaring this time.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you have to call your spots. You just think the camera just shouldn't be right in there letting you see him.
and that's why I didn't say him necessarily.
Yeah.
Like, why y'all paying it? They cut right away, but it's still like, that's why you had wrestlers that they had long hair. They kept it as long as they could because it was the easy way to hide all that. But anyway, they did kind of turn the heat up a bit. Um, Started when the ref went down. It felt like kind of old school. I will give John Cena a prop here. He's a heel. And we've been getting on his ass about his heel run, his heel shit, doing heel shit. He went back into an old school move in the playbook, reminded me of Triple H, Ric Flair. They all did this, where he left the ring, left the match, and said no. So I
Yeah.
said,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, I give you that one. Okay,
Yeah.
that's old
I love
school.
that.
That's old school heel shit. Okay. And then from there, the referee got knocked down once. Um, so let's just get to the glaring elephant in the room with the table spot. Whew. I was just glad he was okay. Uh, so Cena's going for a what does he call it? Not FU, but the
Attitude adjustment.
attitude adjustment on the announce table. Randy Orton counters, does his own attitude adjustment on Cena, but the table doesn't break. Okay, these tables are bigger; they don't break at all. Fine.
Man,
Then he starts crawling, and then the table just I don't know if he hit it, but it just collapsed, and I was just like, "What just happened?"
that was bad, man. That was bad.
Oh man. Yeah, the table went limp. I guess that's what I wanted to say. So then, and this is a thing in wrestling too. Randy goes and finds another table, and they do the spot again. That's a very traditional thing to do too. Is if you get it wrong the first time, figure out a way to do it again, and they did. So okay, all right. I mean, I don't know how many RKO's Randy hit just on Cena alone. We ain't gonna count all the other RKO's
Right.
he
Yeah.
did. Like Jesus Christ. Uh, so I'm enjoying it. The ref knocked down. They're going back and forth. With Cena using the belt and the RKO's out of nowhere. The attitude adjustment into the RKO was pretty cool.
Mhm.
I'll give him that. And then we finally get to the point where John Cena's laid out face down and Randy's in the corner and he got him lined up for the punt. R-Truth? Are you serious? Comes out, stops Randy, and Randy is thinking the same thing. I think, what are you doing? What are you actually doing? And of course, that leads to him getting RKO'd. Low blow to Orton from Cena, and then championship to the head for the win. Should also mention that Cena hit the second referee with the belt as well. Like all this and all the producers and other refs came out. Randy RKO'd all of them, and you know, before all that. But in the end, John Cena still the champ, which we kind of all figured was going to be the case. Um, I was back and forth. This was tough. After when they finally got me back to where I was happy. Here comes our truth. Oh, ball, shave your head, dude. Your shit is back here. You see that moonlight, the lighting on that
It's
forehead,
hard to let go. It's hard to let go.
man.
I can tell from personal experience. Hard to let go.
We need to let it go because it looks worse. You got that Stevie Wonder going right now. Uh, I don't know, man. I'm just this is begrudging, but I'm gonna give it a pay-per-view worthy anyway, just because of all the spectacle, and they did do some cool stuff in there. Sans the table spot and our truth ass. Um, but kudos to Randy Orton who literally felt like he was just wrestling a wet bag of sand the entire time.
Well, man, look, I'm gonna go pay-per-view worthy. Like you, look, it started shaky, and I had a feeling it would. I mean, look, we know Cena has never been the greatest wrestler, but then we know that age gets to everybody. So now he's not as good as what he once was, and he
No,
was
I will
never
give
that
him this
great.
though. He still got some hops because he did jump over Randy Orton. Randy Orton 6'5" when they was in
Oh
the ring
yeah,
in the ropes. He still jumped over. So they ain't
yeah.
all
Look,
bad.
look, man. I thought these two did the best they could, and the twists and turns in the match, all these RKO's and these refs getting knocked down. It got a little ridiculous for me with the refs. I mean, how many two refs got knocked out in this match or something? Yeah, I'm thinking, okay, now this is getting just a little bit ridiculous, but the match was more entertaining than I thought it would be. I came into this thinking that it could be a train wreck if they just tried to actually wrestle. Not because of Randy, of course. Randy's still great, but John Cena, as I said, is not the wrestler he used to be. But I thought I thought what happened with the refs and even with our truth made it entertaining. I knew that Cena was going to win. I really didn't think at this point they would take it off of Randy, even though they were in take it off of John, even though they were in St. Louis, Randy's hometown. By the time we got to the end, I felt like I had been entertained. I actually like our truth getting this spot, believe it or not. I know it's silly, but it's look, attention to detail. How long has he been this John Cena fanboy?
Yeah, I know.
And now I think they're actually, believe it or not, I actually think this is going to parlay into a match between Cena and our truth. I actually think that now look, here's the
Not at a pay-per-view, please. Do
no,
it
no,
on
no.
Raw.
The rumor I've heard is that Saturday night's main event in 2 weeks, 2 weeks from Saturday, or no, a week from Saturday. But look, man, I'm going to say something real quick. Typically, what happens when you're a big time wrestler and you're retiring, the company might say, look, give us a list of wrestlers you'd like to work with, who you'd like to get your farewell tour. They
Hmm.
did this with Flair, they did it with Angle, they've done it with other wrestlers. So I think Cena has said, obviously, look, Randy, obvious choice. He worked with Cody, had to work with Cody, whether he chose him or not, to get the title. I think that John Cena actually chose R-Truth because of this silly storyline they've had with R-Truth being this fanboy. Say what you want to
And
about
they also had a feud I forget what year. I think 2011. They had a few. Like
Okay,
R2 was like the big time heel at the time, which is nuts. But
I
yes,
know. Yeah. So I think, you know, to John's credit, he's saying, look, let's give our truth some shine. How many more years does he have in it? And I think the fans will kind of dig it, like you said, not on a pay-per-view, but on a Saturday night's main event on free TV. You can get away with that. And I like it that he's given our truth this spot. So pay-per-view worthy for me. And like I said, good for our truth. I know Book hates it, but
hell yeah.
yeah,
Oh my
that's
God.
gosh. I mean, Cena versus our truth.
Oh man.
I bet you Book wouldn't even watch that one.
He watched Goldberg first.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah. But John Cena goes off. He has them cut his music, and I don't need music. I don't need you. Get a good look, St. Louis. This is the last real champ. They're just saying that so you can get a shirt, you know,
right. Now, did you hear what happened at the presser?
with him and R-Truth.
Yeah,
Yeah, they just beat him up a little bit.
what happened? Our truth came out talking smack, and our truth is just silly. He don't know what the hell he's talking about. Basically, he pissed Cena off. Cena AA'd him through the press table.
So yeah, you're probably right then.
Why else do that? I mean,
You're
maybe
probably
they'll
right.
do it on a Raw, but the rumor I've heard is that at Saturday night's main event.
Probably, yeah, they gotta, yeah, because they need ratings because that last one probably didn't do so well. But yeah, okay show. I mean, if you need something to do on a Saturday night, he gave you something to do. And I'm glad they didn't try to book a big stadium because they seem to be stadium happy for the last couple
Mm,
of years. This didn't
yeah,
need to be the big stadium. Regular basketball arena and hockey arenas, they're still big.
if it's one
They're
of the big
fine.
four, or I guess big five, I guess if you count Money in the Bank, you can get away with stadiums with those. But with these Backlash or these other ones,
They did
Night of Champions, yeah, stick with
elimination
the
chamber.
huh?
Elimination chamber at that baseball stadium.
Well, that's true. Limit. You can get away with it with that one too. But yeah, the Hell in the Cells and the other ones, I think, stick with the arenas.
There's nothing wrong with them. I mean, you know why they're doing? They're doing those damn stadiums so they can. I'll keep saying, "Oh, look at our gate. Look at how much money we made off this pay-per-view." Because, well, look at the venue. It's big as hell. Like, I'm sorry, that Royal Rumble venue. That. Jesus Christ! I didn't realize how big that stadium was. I mean, whew, I had good seats. I was still far away.
Yeah, man. But also when you're charging the prices they're charging, I mean, that's going to help your gate. But look, if people are going to pay it, I mean,
Yeah,
they're going to charge it if you pay it.
yeah, yeah. Still paying for my tickets, but hey, it was a great time. I had a great time. All right,
Gotta
Charles.
enjoy life, man. You gotta enjoy your life.
So first and foremost, thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Finally hit another milestone goal, 800 subscribers. Thank you all. Greatly appreciate it. Know the content's kind of been dry lately, but I had to transition in life yet again. I've had to move. So that's and I've been working a whole lot of overtime too. So that's really what's been the reason for my absence. So we gotta do what we gotta do because we gotta pay the bills. We gotta keep a roof over my head and gotta do all those things. So, but we want to make sure that we acknowledge all 800 of you. So thank you very much. Very,
Seriously.
very, 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 very much appreciated.
I would do that heart thing, but I my hands are too damn big. I can't. Yeah, it's just an ugly ass heart. I can't do it.
We will get trying to laugh in this week because I have time off. So we'll get to that probably in a couple of days. I know there's been some requests. I know Joe Schmo been in the lab, so we will get to that later this week. Probably see if Rob's available Thursday. See if we can get that done.
Yeah, should be.
So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna keep this one nice and short for you. Make sure you request either hear some on Discord. I'll probably drop another Discord link on this on the video, and then email thirdgenwrestling@gmail.com. As always, TikTok, Third Generation Wrestling Podcast. And then hit me up on Twitch. I'll be gaming again. Um, Probably tonight, 'cause I don't have to work till tomorrow afternoon. So gotta stay up a little bit so I can get some rest. All right, Joe. Rob, if you want to take us on out, it's been a little while.
All right. Well, look, yeah, it has been a little while, so I might be rusty at this. Bear with me. But we love and appreciate each and every one of you. We've made it to 800. We've been doing this a while. That is a huge milestone for us, but we're not done. Next is 900, but we want to get to that 1,000. But we're not going to stop there either, but, step by step. We couldn't do it without all of the support and all of you on Discord who interact with us. I'm going to try to get better interacting. Sorry about that. But we just love y'all. We appreciate you. Continue to spread the word. Continue to let others know about us and just continue the support. We can't do it without you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. We'll catch y'all in a couple days on the next Trying to Laugh. Probably be a Joe Schmo one, so it'll probably be good. Take care, everybody.